Two people are dead and two others are hurt after a violent weekend in Decatur. 5 separate shootings took place within 24 hours. WCIA 3's Jen Lask is live outside the Decatur Police Department this morning. Jen, what are the police saying about this?
Aaron, police say the first of those 5 separate shootings happened around 8:45 on Saturday night. That's when they say a 38-year-old man was shot on West Sawyer Street near Graceland Avenue, and he was seriously hurt. Then a few hours later, police say someone shot a 16-year-old male near Hill Park at the intersection of East Decatur and Maffitt Streets. And roughly an hour after that, someone shot 5 bullets into a home on North Morgan Street near Garfield Avenue. Also on North Morgan Street near Marietta, police are investigating a homicide that happened yesterday afternoon. Police say a 33-year-old man was shot and killed. No word on a suspect. And a 5th shooting happened on East Johns Avenue near Stone Street. Investigators believe a 19-year-old accidentally shot himself to death in his car. If you have information about any of those shootings, use the numbers on your screen to call Decatur Police or Crime Stoppers. The Macon County Coroner's Office will not be releasing the names of those fatal shooting victims until they notify the family. Live in Decatur, Jen Lask, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
The kids heading out to the bus stop this morning won't need to worry about any more rain. All of that is now gone. We are noticing as we head on into the rest of the morning, though, more of a clearing trend on the way, and we're going to see that sunshine take over. Starting off in the lower to mid 60s this morning by the afternoon, or the mid 70s yet to come for us with that sunshine fully in place. Now it's going to be pretty clear tonight too, and that's going to allow things to cool down, but for the time being, like you're seeing here in Pontiac and for many of us across central Illinois, more of a cloudy start to the work week and to the season of fall on your Roofing Dog iNet Pontiac RV weather camera. Upper 50s over in Springfield at 59, also seeing a lot more of those across the north and western part of the state, and heading back across more of Iowa in the mid 50s, but farther to the east, still holding on to some of the warmer and a bit more of a muggy air mass in place farther to the east, which will continue to move its way out of here as we head on into the evening. Sprinkles kind of here and there possible right along the Indiana border, but it looks like those chances are going to be very small. We'll have the sunshine take over this afternoon. Clear skies ahead for tonight. Overnight temperatures dipping down into the 50s, and a few more nights just like that. But we are expecting that the air mass that's going to be around here for the work week doesn't linger into the weekend as summer tries to make a return. We'll talk about the heat yet ahead for the weekend. Plus, it looks like the additional rain chances to come in your 7-day forecast in just about 5 minutes. Aaron?
Thanks, Adam. We have a follow-up to a story we told you about last week. The mother of a 10-year-old girl says her child hasn't been back to school yet after she got more than a dozen stitches after getting hurt in her school bathroom. It happened last Monday at Dr. Howard Elementary in Champaign. Police say the student collided with a lock on a stall door while playing aggressively with 5 other girls. Investigators ruled it was an accident, but the student's family is not happy with that answer. They're going to hire a lawyer just to make sure nothing is being missed. 6 girls were in the bathroom at the time. The school policy says there should only be 2 at a time. Police say there was no weapon, bullying, or criminal intent involved. We have a full statement from the student's mother on our website, WCIA.com. A man was seriously hurt after crashing his motorcycle into a car near Westville. The motorcycle driver was trying to pass another car, but instead hit the back end of it. The crash ejected him from the bike. He's charged with driving under the influence of alcohol, following too closely, failure to reduce speed, and driving without insurance. The driver of the car was not hurt. New this morning, officers around the state are using this week to teach you how to stay safe around railroads. Rail Safety Week runs through Saturday. During that time, law enforcement will be paying close attention to railroad crossings. State police ask drivers do the same and stop arms and look both ways before you cross. Any drivers or pedestrians that do not obey railway laws will be ticketed. A lot of people, maybe even you, have gotten this message.
In order to speak with Social Security personnel regarding your Social Security, press 1.
The Champaign County Clerk is warning about the phone scam. It's coming from different numbers, but it always says the same thing. His biggest concern is protecting those who might not know.
But sometimes, whether it's students, maybe somebody from a different country, or an elderly person, or somebody who's just, afraid or thinking maybe this sounds legitimate.
A U of I student lost $7,000 to a Social Security phone scam last week. The Eastern Illinois Food Bank unpacked a truckload of food to help people in need. They brought the donations in the food mobile to Southview Upper Elementary School. Organizers told us they anticipated serving dozens of people. They hope through things like this they can tackle a troubling statistic.
1 in 8 people in the region are hungry, and 1 in 6 of those are kids. So we want to make sure that as much food gets out to them as we can.
Data released by Feeding America shows 14% of people in eastern Illinois are considered food insecure, and 20% of children are. New this morning, there will be several changes drivers at U of I's Campus Town should look out for this week. As the MCOR project moves forward, traffic patterns are changing. Instead of working on the east half of Wright Street, crews will start work on the west half. John, Daniel, and Chalmers streets will be closed at Wright. There will be new parking restrictions on those streets. Wright Street will be one way only for northbound traffic. Officials suggest you find another route if you can. Here's a WCIA 3 follow-up now. We told you in April about a record store in Decatur that burned down. Now it has a new location. Speakeasy Records and Oddities was one of 3 businesses that burned. They were temporarily housed in a building on Cerro Gordo. They opened up at a new location on El Dorado Street. They're planning on having a coffee shop and live music there. One of the employees says this is the first step toward getting back what they had before the fire. A historic theater in Danville debuted its new look with a big show. Saturday was the grand reopening of the Fisher Theater. It was built in 1884 as the Grand Opera House. Then it closed in 1982. But last year, the Julius W. Hegler II Foundation donated money to renovate the building. Crews upgraded as much as possible while working to stay true to the original design. The grand reopening featured a sold-out concert with the group The Lettermen. That will wrap up the morning show on WCIA, but coming up when we make the switch to WCIX for the 7 o'clock hour of the morning show, we're going to see how dogs got to play for a good cause this weekend. But before that, let's get one last check of our 7-day forecast.
Starting off with the clouds this morning, but eventually gradually clearing skies, giving way to sunshine this afternoon. Coolest day of the week ahead will be, yes, today for the first day of fall at 73. Then we'll see more in the upper 70s tomorrow and heading into Wednesday. Isolated storms possible on Wednesday, and then the better chances coming in, I would say, heading into late Friday and on into your Saturday. As we start to get back some of that summer-like heat into the area with highs in the 80s, and we're talking about near 90 by next Sunday. Now, things could change depending on where exactly those storms do set up. That could bring us a little cooler numbers, but we'll have to wait and see for that.
Very good. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Make it a great day.